and welcome back to another episode of Rate That Full Art Supporter. And today, which one do we got for you today? We got Lysandre's Trump card. And this one, well, banned anyone. That's what I remember it for, at least. I remember it was very, very annoying to play with. Yeah, even with. It's quite annoying. The game would go on forever. Oh, wait. I love that kind of stuff. So that card was great. Sad it got banned, but maybe for the better. But you know what? Before we get into too much about that today, what can it actually do to, what made it get banned in the first place? And in this case here, it does. Each player shuffles all cards in his or her discard pile into his or her deck, except for Lysandre's Trump card, which essentially tells you this game can go on forever and ever and ever, if no knockouts are taken, however. So you could stall forever. Fantastic. Okay, let's not dwell with that thought. First, what is Lysandre's Trump card called around the world? And let's see if people come up here with a consensus on what it's called in this case here. Well, from what I could research on this here, well, they follow the same idea of the card, but it's certainly not called the same as you can see in this case here. Well, translations, but I'm not going to pretend that I can pronounce any of these things here, because that would just be absolutely terrible. Maybe the German one. Flordelis Trumpfkarte. That's the best I can do in my not so good German, but you know what? Yeah, that's the way we can live with that. So, okay, what are we going here now? We are looking at the scores that you guys gave the card. And we start off with standard as usual. So here we're assuming that it was not banned, right? So for the time it was not banned when it was legal in standard. And for this case here, you do see a very high proportion of votes going to 5, which stands for great. Remember the score, 1 to 5, 1 being bad, 5 being great. And in this case here, we see an overwhelming number of 5s, resulting in an average score of 4.38. Very strong start for this card. And now let's take it into expanded, where, well, the format and the card pool is a lot larger than the typical standard format. And here, again, we see a high proportion of 5s, resulting in a slightly lower average, though, but still way above 4.25, keeping it up there among the very highest rated supporters so far. And I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon when we go with uniqueness, because look at this card here. Look at itself. Like, for modern Pokemon TCG, this card is extremely unique. We have to go really, really far back to find something with a very similar effect. Like, somebody would have to brush up my classic knowledge here, but maybe Trash Exchange was a card that came close in that you could shuffle this card pile in, but you had to discard as many cards again. There were, of course, attacks that can do similar things by shuffling a lot of cards back, or on Guru. But okay, then in terms of supporter cards doing this, I don't think anything else comes ever close to this. So correct me if I'm wrong, and please give me your 2 cents in the comments below. And this takes us to the final one, which, well, first of all, let's not forget an average of 4.44, which is still very high, which brings to the final one, which is artwork. And just like most other supporters rated in the series so far, then we are sitting at a high average, majority being at 5s, giving an average of 4.25. And if you put all these scores together, we are looking at a very good overall score. Remember, we rate each a quarter, so 25% for each of these 4 pillars. And we end up with an average of 4.33. I don't know how many episodes you watched here, but 4.33, we may have something that beats N. And looking at the ranks, it did. We got something that beat N in the sense that now we have an average high score of 4.33, making Lysandre's Trump card so far in the series the highest ranked or best rated supporter card so far. That's fantastic. So finally a new one since episode 1. We had N. Now up until now, where we now have Lysandre's Trump card. But before we round off today's episode, of course, we got the bonus facts. And these are the facts that you guys send in. So, of course, if you for a future episode would like any of your bonus facts displayed, or other people to know, hey, I know this fun fact about this card, you're a cool fact, send it in. And then I'm pretty certain to put it up. So let's make it roll. And in this case, yes, it got banned. And yeah, I didn't even know his machine on his back was actually built by Clement. But, Clement, I cannot pronounce stuff. But, Seismitoad must BFF, yes. Because, yes, I also played Seismitoad with this card here, resulting in a very toxic meta, which probably also resulted in why this card got banned in the first place. And here are the facts from you guys, and well, I hope you liked it. And with that said, let's go over and see who is up next. So who's next in the chronological order of releases of English full art supporters? It is now Cirrosic. So for next episode, we're going to be looking at Cirrosic. But for now, I'll thank you all for watching and have a nice day.